What up, my beautiful tubers? Thank you so much for clicking on today's episode. I fucking appreciate that shit. And today we are going to be going over the MP-98 Knight, the gun that has the fastest fire rate in the game. More on that after the intro. Alright, tubers, just before we get into the video, we got timestamps below. I want to thank everyone for the support. It means the bloody absolute world to me. And if you find this all informative, drop a like, a sub, maybe even a comment. But let's get straight into the loadout. Starting off, I like to bring in my 500k bomb, my orbital precision and rail strike. I'm bringing in my shield backpack, and I've been liking the grenade launcher a lot lately, believe it or not. And of course, you know me, I'm bringing in my stamina enhancement because of my fat ass. A lot of people have been running the ballistic shield with this gun, and we'll go over that a little bit more later. For my secondary, I like to run the grenade pistol. You can only get this grenade pistol, well, actually, first off, the grenade pistol, because of these fucking scout striders, it just handles them so swell. But you can only get it in the Democratic War Bond on the third page, and you have to spend a shit ton of medals to get it. So if you don't have it, it's all good. I also like to bring in a stun. The stuns be stunning, of course. Hit them with the stunner shades, and the impact grenade. These two are both very viable when fighting the bots, the automatons, and you can't go wrong. Honestly, whatever secondary you're comfortable with is gonna be okay. It's all good in the hood, just like those bloody bleating rascals like to say. But where does this MP-98 Knight come from? Because it's actually in none of the current war bonds right now, so which makes it kind of hard actually to obtain if you're not going to spend real money, because it's not in any of these war bonds. It's actually going to be in the super edition upgrade for 19.99. Once you buy this upgrade, you get the MP-98 Knight weapon along with the badass helmet and the cape and armor. But let's get straight into the facts, starting off with the damage and fire rate, which is most important in my opinion. Right now you're losing damage rate to the defender, but you're going to make up for it with the fire rate and the mag capacity. Still, in my opinion, if you're paying for this weapon, it should come out right of the gate with the most damage. Again, with the pummeler, you're losing with damage, but you're making up for it with the fire rate and the capacity. Nonetheless, it's no excuse for 19.99. This weapon should be one of the best weapons in the game, in my opinion. Back to the mag capacity or the ammo capacity, you get 50 rounds in a mag, and you start off with 7 mags. That's going to give you 350 shots. For the special effects, you get a slight stagger effect and a damage per second of 1,150. It's light armor penetration, and you can run around one-handed doing one-handed type of shit, depending on what you're into. The fire rate, the fastest, 1,385 fire rates. The reload speed is 3.5 seconds on an empty mag, but if you have one in the chamber, it's only going to take 2.5 seconds. So keep that keep that in mind, in mind, because you don't have to rack the chamber when you're reloading the gun. Starting off with the loadouts. Let's go back to the ballistic shield. Like I said, we're going to the loadouts because the ballistic shield is what people recommend when using this gun, but you have to get used to using the ballistic shield in general before you just hop into a crazy fucking hell dive. In my opinion, if you're not used to the ballistic shield, then you're not gonna like using it in general. But nonetheless, I did find this combo somewhat viable in some scenarios, but in most scenarios I was getting blown up. Your ballistic shield is not invincible. When you come across these devastators with the rockets, they can blow up your ballistic shield and leave you vulnerable, so keep that in mind if you want to use it. I think the ballistic shield is more for stealthy routes. If you're a stealth player in these high level missions, by golly, this is going to be the combo for you, so keep that in mind. Keep that in mind if you're stealth and you like to play like that, which is all good. But starting off with the troopers are actually super weak. It really just takes 1 to 2 shots. And I'm going to slow it down right here. I don't do this for all the clips, but just for right here, I wanted to show you because the fast fire rate, you really can't see shit. But yeah, it really just does take 1 to 2 shots to take out these lightly armored troopers. It goes for all troopers too, and at a pretty good, decent range that I found out as well. With the scout striders, you just want to shoot the guy off the back. Of course, we all know that, but we could do that with the impact grenade or our side grenade or anything that you have to throw at him. is all good. Just get that motherfucker off the back. So with the berserkers, it's going to take one full mag and full auto, one mag full auto to take out a berserker. But if you're going to go through the burst fire technique, then it's going to be 3 to 4 burst fires. I didn't get that clip because I didn't really think about it until I was making this video, but still, nonetheless, I wanted to give you Helldivers all the information when using this gun if you decide to do the upgrade for $20, which is kind of not worth it. I just did it because I wanted to support the developers during the time when this game came out, and I just love the game in general, and I love the fucking helmet, dude. It's so sick. It's so Warhammer. It's so fucking me, mate. It's me. It's how I do it. On the devastators, if you're doing the burst fire, it's going to be 2 to 3 burst fire techniques, and then if you're doing full auto, it's going to be 1 to 2 mags full auto. But you are going to have to hit the headshots. Between the shoulder and his stomach area is full medium armor, and you won't be able to penetrate it. That head is going to be the sweet spot on all the automatons. That little head right there that we're shooting for right there with the burst fire is the sweet spot, and you're always going to want to shoot for that unless you get a nice clear shot from the side, like how I'm taking on this devastator right here. But that rarely happens. But when it does, it's so fucking sweet because it's just like that bittersweet you get. Finally, it's like, dude, these automatons have been nuts fighting. I ain't gonna fucking cap, dude. This video was nuts. But still, very fun to make. I just wanted to see what this gun can do, and still viable, but not the best. I wouldn't use it after making this gun. You always want to remember the 3 C's too when they fight automatons: cover, coverage, and more cover. So don't forget that shit when you're fighting these guys. On to the devastators with the rockets. 1 to 2 mags with the full auto. Same thing. Accuracy is key. So we're trying to shoot for that head right there. But you could also shoot for his legs and his hip if you want. I don't like to. I just like to go straight for the head. If you're doing the burst fire technique, it's going to take 3 to 4 bursts, just very accurately. Keep that in mind. Accuracy when you're using this gun is key. The recoil is what people do not like, because the recoil is just insane with this gun, and a lot of people do not like that shit at all. It's actually 20% recoil. I don't know what the 20% means. They're so vague on their weapon stats, and I do not like it. When you're coming across the Hulks, you want to shoot them in their heat sinks in the back. The heat sinks are actually very, very weak. And, you know, it could take about 3 to 4 mags full auto to get it nice and hot. The tank, I actually didn't come across a tank. This is from another clip, but don't even do it. Use your support weapons, your stratagems when you come across the heavily armored enemies like the tanks and the scout striders. Otherwise, you're just going to be wasting lives and your time and all that other shit. It is honestly just use your support weapon when you're using or the stratagems when you come across these guys, because you're just not going to do shit. So keep that in mind. But I hope this helps you become a better Helldiver. I hope you have a great day, a great month, and a great year. My name's Sincere, and I'm going to catch you guys in the next one. It's going to be another SMG video. Peace.